Meet Desert Frere, a Kharidian Desert locked ultimate Ironman. Our main goals are to defeat the Kalphite Queen and beat the Tombs of Amascut, both of which I have never done. We can't trade other players, use the Grand Exchange, use the bank, and we must stay in the Kharidian Desert. Will we be able to? I believe we can. I hope you enjoy the journey that lies beyond. Okay, so first of all of this commentary is not a live commentary. It is all post commentary for this video because I have lack of planning as of now. But anyway, we're just trying to get all the early levels out of the way. Well, the early levels. But later on, we're going to be doing 3 quests to help us progress further on with the account. First, we are going to be doing Gertrude's Cat, and then we're going to do the Prince Ali Rescue quest. Of course, that one is a prerequisite for, I believe, a few of them. Same with the Cat quest. And then a Druid Ritual for Herblore in the future, or Herblore, however you want to say it. But it's going to be fantastic. 2. I quickly learned that pickpocketing at level 1 thieving will quickly take out your hit points. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. After doing some thieving, I figured it was time that we get ourselves a set of desert robes so that we can withstand the heat of the desert in the future. These robes, of course, give no benefits or bonuses or anything like that. It is back to thieving for us. 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so I've never been to this area before. The area that the Temperos mini game boss, skilling boss is in. I've never been there before, but apparently there's a small fishing net, and I suppose it is time that we get that so that we can actually, take on this boss and get some great food and great other things, and it'll be fantastic. So, small fishing net. Did I say small fishing rod earlier? Oops. Fishing 2 through 5. Cooking 2 through 7. Oh yeah. We're here at the area where the giant foundry is, I believe the minigame to make them giant swords. But there's a few quests that we need some higher smithing and mining levels. So here we are. Let's train it. Working on mining, doing some more mining. Yes, we're doing mining and more mining. And now we're doing smithing. Yeah, we're doing smithing. It is time we upgrade our fishing net to a fishing rod and some bait packs. Some of these clips are not in order with the leveling pictures. Sorry about that, but it is time we get on with fishing. We're fishing, we're fishing, we're fishing, 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 we're fishing, we're fishing, and cooking, 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 we cook. I forgot to get the fishing levels from 12 to 15, but I believe we're going to cut into some quests that we have to do. First on the list is Prince Ali Rescue. It is required for the Contact quest, and then that is required for another quest, but it helps us unlock a whole bunch of content within the game. I, of course, did not keep any of the spoils because I didn't get it all the way in the desert. Next up is Gertrude's Cat quest. This unlocks the Ithlarian's little helper, which allows us to go to Sophanum, I believe it is called. But anyway, that is fantastic. Once again, did not keep any of the spoils because none of it has to do with the desert. Good times. Last is Druidic Ritual, which is going to unlock the Herblore skill, which is, pretty much mandatory. So, yeah. The previous clip already gave spoilers toward this, but we're going to be working on combat, and I decided to buy a steel scimitar from Zeke's. We're training strength, and more strength. Oh yeah. We're training strength, and now we're training attack. More attack. I don't think that was in order, but that's okay. Oh man. And now we're training defense. Anyway, these skills are very important for future quests. So very good. And there's some hit points. So we've gotten 2 maze random events coming up here. They're pretty nice. They're very good to get chaos runes or death runes, and a couple other goodies. I think there's mythical bars or ore that you can get in there that too. That's pretty good. But right now, I was mainly focusing on hopefully getting the death runes so that I could sell them and get some cash. Honestly, I'd rather a genie or the one where we actually have to go to the classroom and get the book of knowledge. But these will do just fine. So nice. And we got 17 to 23 thieving. Very nice. Okay, so there are a couple of things that we had to go outside of the desert to get. One is the pestle and mortar, and the second thing is a saw. I was trying so hard to find other ways to get these items, but I could not find a way. And honestly, there might be 1 or 2 more things that we might go out of the desert for. Honestly, this first episode is, like I said, getting early skills out of the way and setting up the character for the rest of the grind. So I'm sorry. And honestly, I'm also finding out things as I go. It's not like I had a big research into this. So just fair warning. Okay, so now that we got some thieving out of the way, it is time for us to do the Sorceress's Garden. The Sorcerer's Garden is a thieving farming minigame located in Al Kharid, which may be accessed after the completion of Prince Ali Rescue. In it, players attempt to sneak past guards in order to steal skirk fruit to make skirk juice or herbs from the garden. It can be exchanged with Osman or Salam for thieving experience, or be used to temporarily increase your thieving level and restore run energy. So I'm looking at the wiki page right now, and I'll show video or pictures of what's going on here. But it's actually kind of interesting. As I'm reading it, I totally, completely forgot that you can get herbivore leaves, herbs. You can get herbs from here. And I've been killing men way past what's happening now and just waiting for them to drop the Guam leaves. So that's actually hilarious. So right now we're doing the winter garden. You need 5 of the fruits to make 1 juice, and you get 350 experience per. And yeah, and you also get some farming experience from it too, which is pretty great. We are getting some clue scrolls here, but alas, nothing of greatness was discovered except for this one. We had to go through the Al Kharid mine, and we had to do the panic button. But as you will see, we get attacked by a wild scorpion, and it's a horrible time. And yeah, the clue scroll that we got from this guy did not really lead to anything fruitful. So we need to get a different weapon for the feud quest that we're wanting to do very shortly. But we're not strong enough to actually tank the attacks of the 2 bosses that we have to fight. And therefore, we're going to get a ranged weapon because there's no way for us to get air runes currently. At least not right now. Hence why I said currently. Anyway, so after some research, there is a short bow out here in the desert just hanging out, ready to get picked up and, used. And so anyway, we're going to get this short bow and we're going to start training with it so that we can actually attack and hopefully succeed in defeating the 2 bosses of the feud quest. One of them is strong to magic anyway. Well, I think he has like plus 87 defense or something like that to magic. But neither of them have any range defense. And I believe their range level is also 1. So we're going to start training range pretty hardcore. Well, maybe not hardcore, but a little bit. We're going to start training range, and it's going to be fantastic. And yeah, and we also need some gloves for that quest too. So waiting on a random event for that. Another fruitless clue scroll. 25 range. Temporos is a minigame style boss that is fought using non-combat skills. Also known as the Spirit of the Sea, it is an ancient entity believed to be as old as Galenor itself. It is able to create intense storms that make sailing difficult, and has recently awoken after having laid dormant for centuries, wreaking havoc upon sailors who were unfortunate to cross its path in the seas. So Temporos has three different attacks. There is the wave attack. A huge wave covers the entire cove, pushing players a few tiles away. You can tether yourself to a mast or a totem pole. There's the lightning attack. It's large gray clouds, and they emit lightning bolts into certain spots. And there's the torrent attack, which it swirls a pillar of water toward a cannon, which will temporarily disable it, and I believe it will stun you. Temporis has a few drops that I am interested in. I'm kind of interested in the Dragon Harpoon. I think it'd be nice to have at the time, but there's no way to store it, so I'm not sure if I actually want that. The Tome of Water would be nice because, I believe it's infinite water runes if you fill it up with the soaked pages. The Tiny Tempor, of course, the pet, that'd be fantastic because why not? And the caskets that you get from the reward pools. Oh, you best believe there's a lot of stuff in here that I want, such as full rune armor, a whole bunch of jewelry, gold. There's clue scrolls in there, possibly, and there's planks. Planks are going to be very important for building the house because they're free. They're free. They're noted. What better situation could you have? And then also seaweed. We're going to need this to up our crafting level. Very important. The seaweed and the planks and the oak planks. Very important. So I want to save all the reward points until I get the maximum, which is 8,000, I believe. But I got a little, crazy, and I wanted to check out what I've got. And yeah, we already got planks, which I'm holding on to, and the reward casket, I believe, turned into some emerald bracelets, which I sold. The fish, yeah, noted fish. Good stuff. We got our first lamp, which turns into hunter experience. We just got 2 doses of strength potion, which is going to be very useful for the tourist trap quest. Oh snap, level 30 attack. This is fantastic because we shall be getting an adamant scimitar very soon. Oh yeah. We happen to get 3 more clue scrolls, and guess what? No casket. Okay, so we got a lot of random events here. Well, a few, but we're looking for 3 main random events for a very specific reason. We're looking for the Grave Digger, which is, what's his name? Leo, I believe. The Mime random event, or the Beekeeper event. And there's very specific reasons why we're looking for these random events, because they all give a glove outfit piece. And in one of the quests, the feud, we need a pair of gloves to be able to do part of the quest. And as of now, there's no way to complete that quest unless we get one of those 3 random events. I could just go out and get some gloves, but it's possible to get gloves, so we're not going to go outside of the desert to get the gloves for this. We are getting another 2 dose of strength potion, which is fantastic because now we have a 4-dose strength potion, and that's very fantastic. Hallelujah, level 5 Herblore. We can now clean Marintil and make anti-poison. We're getting anti-poison, which is going to help with future questing. All right, we got another clue scroll. Oh, snap, it's a casket. What's inside? Wizard robes. I'm sorry, those are hats and van braces, which is fantastic. It's not an air staff, but this will still help. regardless. Level 40 defense, we can now wield rune armor. Very helpful. We get our second helping of hunter experience. Oh yeah. And that about wraps up where I'm currently at. As of now, we're just hanging out here in this area, the ruins of Uzer, or the Uzer Oasis. Just hanging out here, cutting teak trees, burning up lots of potential gold if I were not an Ironman, and lots of construction experience. But anyway, yeah, I'm basically just staying here until I get 45 wood cutting and possibly, I think it's 55 fire making for a quest. But anyway, here are my stats. Oh yeah, 30 attack, 30 strength, 40 defense. I'm not going to read the rest of them. Here's info, combat level, total level, time played. Good stuff. Here's what my character is wearing, if that is something that y'all would want to see. But yeah, that pretty much is what's been going on. I did want to say that there are a few more things that I need to, or that I'm going to get outside of the desert, such as I think it's one maple log and then 2 willow logs and a thing of wool for certain quests. Because I would like to do as much stuff in the desert as I possibly can. There's one that I'm not going to be able to do, and where is it? Desert Treasure 1. Yep, Desert Treasure 1. I won't be able to do that because that requires so many other quests and pretty much spending a lot of time outside of the desert. So I won't be doing Desert Treasure 1, but I do want to do just about every other quest. I won't be able to do the quest after the golem. I can't remember what it's called, but you have to go back in there. You got to finish Demon Slayer, and that's just not important. The quest rewards for that, it doesn't unlock anything cool. But for Sleeping Giants, you get the whole minigame here and the Giants Foundry minigame. And I don't know, that's kind of a big part of the desert. It was recently released. So I want to be able to do that quest as well. That's why I need the wool. And maple logs and the 2 willow logs are for something as well. But yeah, so I'm going to need to get those. And I think that is it that I need to get outside of the desert. After that, to my knowledge, I should be good to go. And also, this might be accepted, but I'm going to do it anyway. Or it may not be accepted, I don't know. But I'm going to do it anyway because, I'm ultimately doing this for my own enjoyment. If I want raw cowhide and I could kill them from over the fence if I actually can, and then telekinetic grab their hides, I'm going to do that. All right. But I think that's about all that I have to say for now. So I'm just going to keep cutting down teak trees and hope for some gloves. So I hope y'all have enjoyed the first episode of setting my character up. Ultimate Ironman, Desert Locked, and yeah. I hope y'all enjoy the video. Have a good day. Bye-bye.